Hi everyone, welcome to my home in Connecticut. Sorry for the terrible lighting. I don't really have too much to work with here, but so this week's reflection is basically on more negatives with technology. I know negatives, but that's really what caught my attention this week, and that's what I was most interested in. There were some positive things, and I included one of them in this reflection, but that was the only one that caught my attention. So here we go. So, in the Runner's World article, the author talked about how we're relying so much on data now that we're not paying attention to how our bodies feel when we're working out. So, a lot of people like me, I'm being a hypocrite talking about this, but use their trackers to uh, get all the data on what they're doing. So, for example, my move will tell me how long my strides are when I'm running or how long my stroke is when I'm swimming. And that's fine and dandy for me being a college athlete and needing that important data to figure out how to improve and uh, better the team. But for any like average Joe, you really don't need to be that data oriented in what you're doing. So this author was talking about how we just waste so much energy on these specific, like the numbers of everything, that we're losing touch with why we do this to begin with. And that's to feel good about ourselves and to feel our bodies. And we just can't forget to do this stuff while we're overanalyzing everything else. The world is so number oriented that we just need to remember to bring it back to our feelings occasionally so that we're not just run by numerical values. Another article I looked into was about disclaimers. The writer of this article was really bothered by the fact that some of these health apps have disclaimers in them. I found that kind of stupid that they were annoyed by that because they need to have disclaimers. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that something that says it's going to do one thing, but in the fine print says that it won't actually do that. But companies just have to do that because there are people out there that will try to get money from the company's product not doing what it says it will. So the reason I have Patrick Starr on there is because there are stupid people in the world that will believe that your app that says it can cure your diabetes or whatever it is, they believe that that'll be a thing. And if it's not, the first thing they'll do is get a lawyer and sue that company. So really, it's not companies not having faith in their product, it's just companies looking out for the fact that people are going to come after them. So I know I've talked about hackers before, not necessarily in a video, but definitely in my past reflections. Um, Hackers are always going to be an issue when we're talking about technology. So as you can see in the upper right picture on the screen, it shows the big security breaches that took place in 2004 and 2005. And in the bottom left corner are big security breaches that took place last year. So as you can see, there's a lot more security breaches, and the magnitude of the breaches has increased dramatically because the size of the bubble is equal to the size of the security problem. Um, and I found it ironic that the website that gave me these beautiful graphs was called Information is Beautiful. And yeah, information is beautiful and technology is beautiful, but when it gets in the wrong hands, then you're probably not going to think it's as beautiful anymore. This article we read really creeped me out. So there's apparently a t-shirt and there's also a scarf that is being created now that are electronic and will connect to the internet. I already thought it was creepy that Snapchat could show everybody I'm friends with where I am, but I think it's even creepier that my t-shirt could connect to the internet. My point is, what are we, the Jetsons? Why does everything need to be electronic? Are we turning into the robotic maid? Like, no, we're humans. I don't need to be connected to the internet with my clothing. I am perfectly fine with my clothing not having any electronics on it. So if I want to go swimming fully dressed, I'm not going to get electrocuted. I just don't like the idea of being that connected to something. I want to be able to be independent, and if I'm connected to the internet all the time, I'm not going to be independent. One of the videos I watched had to do with a Canadian university, and basically it was kind of like a music video to promote the campus. And I thought it was a really great concept, except it was extremely long. Like, no ad for your university should be 9 minutes long with multiple songs. I thought the idea was really cute and it was well executed. It just should have been cut down a little bit so that I would like could watch the whole thing. Um, and this is a benefit of technology marketing. Like the best way to sell people things is through technology. So congrats to the university. It honestly reminded me of Taylor Swift's "We Are Never Getting Back Together" video, in that it was kind of like a person walking through the campus and like walking into different places and seeing different things and walking through. It was really cool, and props to whoever created it. You did a really great job. You should just have edited out a little bit of the content. Alright, guys, so that just about wraps up my information for today. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And please have a great Thanksgiving, eat a bunch of food, and enjoy your family. And I will see you guys next time.